It is 7:31 PM and I will call to order the October 10th New Rochelle Public Library Board of Trustees meeting, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, everybody. Good evening. We have an attendance sheet that's going around. And our first order is, just make sure you sign. I think everybody's signed or is signing. And our first order is the approval of the minutes from the September 12th meeting. Everybody should have gotten the minutes already and had a chance to review. Are there any questions with regard to the minutes or any changes necessary?
Did you get your question answered? I did.
Yeah,
I believe
the
I
mi-
did.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Fala had a question. You got their question
Yes,
answered. Okay,
thank you.
I'll take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Brianna.
Can I get a motion? I'm going to make a motion. I'm sorry. You want to make a motion to pass, well, please use the mic.
Make a motion to approve the minute.
Do you want, just say it into the mic again, so we have it.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
May I get a second?
Second. Well, second.
Okay, so we'll have Falaz the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Great, motion passes. We're going to turn to our regular business, and our Westchester Library System Representative, David Menner, will make his report. He did.
So the good news, which I'm sure you guys are all aware of, in terms of the public library construction grant that was granted to New Rochelle, very, very exciting. So 10 applications for grants were received, including for the New Rochelle Public Library, which were approved. And the anticipated New Rochelle Library total project that was submitted was in the amount of $200,604. And the amount requested and approved was $180,544 with the stipulated match, and includes the roof replacement to the theater, an entrance and partial renovation, a multi-stack chill and AC system. New Rochelle was one of the higher recipients, which is kudos to you guys doing all the great work and the submission of that. The Westchester County 2024 budget did not fund WLS the level that was anticipated, with a small shortfall, relatively speaking, of $157,175, which was 10% below budget for the year. This was funding that was designated for a special project that's just going to be restructured, and it should have no real impact from a service standpoint. Other than that, relatively quiet early fall, late summer. Right now, WLS is working on creation of the budget for the 2025 calendar year.
Great. Thank you, David. It is very good news for our construction grant. Thank you. We'll move on to the president's report, and I'll be brief. Today is our first official meeting with our new library director, and we'd officially like to welcome you again, Eugenia Shatoff, and we're very happy to have you with us, and we are looking forward to working with you. I have several resolutions, as you all may remember, in our August meeting, we passed a number of resolutions, given the fact that we were changing from September meeting, actually, changing from an interim between the interim president and interim director and the new director. And so now that we have our new director, we have to make sure that we make these changes official. So I'm going to read a few resolutions, and I will ask for a second so that we can pass them and make the business official. Okay. Just there. Okay. First is, be it resolved that effective October 1st, 2024, the library records access officer shall be Eugenia Shatoff, library director, and its records appeals officer shall be Lucille Renwick, board president, pending further action by the board. May I get a second for this? Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There are 4 resolutions. This is the second. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the New Rochelle Public Library hereby amends its proceedings and ratifies that the following: Effective October 1st, 2024, Jean Manning will no longer be purchasing agent for the New Rochelle Public Library. This is a motion that I am making this evening, and I'm looking for a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Third, be it resolved that Eugenia Shatoff is hereby designated as the purchasing agent for the library as of October 1st, 2024. I'm making a motion for approval. May I get a second?
Second.
Second by Falah. All in favor? Any opposed? Passes. And last, be it resolved that New Rochelle Public Library's new director, Eugenia Shatoff, is hereby designated as the signer of claims and warrants, along with any two members of the Board of Trustees as of October 1st, 2024. I am making the motion, and may I get a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Rhiannon. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, all motions pass. Thank you. And I will now turn it over to our new director for the director's report.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here reporting for my first report. I wanted to thank the board for all the time and care taken with the transition and my start. I wanted to thank the staff for the incredibly warm welcome. I'm very impressed by the professionalism, knowledge, and devotion to the community that the staff has. And I also wanted to thank the community. I've been met with smiles and handshakes and warm anecdotes. It's been a wonderful adjustment, and it's only been a little bit over a week. And I look forward to really hitting the ground running. We've already begun some committee work, and I've been meeting with committee chairs. I've taken the time to start meeting with all of my direct reports and plan on meeting with all staff. And I've started reaching out to different key community stakeholders in order to meet with them as well. So I didn't know if there were any questions about the written report that was submitted. That was the first time that this written report was submitted in the fashion that we put together. And I see it as something that's going to evolve based on the needs and comments of the board. So it was our first iteration. So I didn't know if there were any comments about the director's report, questions.
No, it's
Great.
straightforward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But it was great to get it ahead of time and time to read through it. So thank you for that.
We do have two new hires that need to be approved. And so I'm just going to read through that now for personnel, and we'll make a motion for approval for that. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the New Rochelle Public Library hereby amend its proceedings and ratify that the following that the board accept the hiring of the following employees. So full-time librarian 1, Caroline Reddy, with an annual salary of $66,707.04. And the start date is August 16th of 2024. I think I could do these. And the second is full-time library director Eugenia Shatoff with an annual salary of $180,000. The start date of October 1st, 2024. I am making a motion to accept these two new employees. May I get a second? Seconded by Corey. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Then now it's truly official. It's official. Thank you all. And so I want to make sure that we move on to committee reports, and we will start with the Budget Committee and Rhiannon.
I have nothing to report today.
Thank you. Any meetings coming up?
We're going to schedule a committee meeting in the
Okay.
next couple of weeks. Yeah.
All right, great, thank you. The Buildings and Grounds Committee, Lori.
Building grounds, we did a walkthrough with Eugenia, was that Wednesday? Tuesday, Monday, just to do a good assessment of the condition of the building. Personal opinion, I thought it was actually a pretty good walkthrough just to really understand the mechanics of the building, even though we had reports before, but it's good to put eyes on it. Secondly is we're revising, putting out an RFP for the next meeting for the Huguenot Children's Library, just so we can make sure we're in compliance with state laws and making sure that we have the right amount of bids and the right RFP put against the work that's being done at HCL. We have another meeting, it's not on our books, but we'll definitely have a meeting before the next meeting here. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks.
Community Relations Committee, Nancy.
Okay, well, it's always busy at the New Rochelle Public Library. So we can start with, all the great, performances are back, at the library, with, the Tutti Bravi performances on September 7th and 8th with over 50 attendees each. Friday night concerts are beginning again. The first one, was the Nelson Riveros, Quartet, which had over 65 attendees. And Saturday afternoon concert series has begun again. Also for Hispanic Heritage Month, we had 2 performances so far. Yoli Garay, and that one had over 40 attendees. Altogether, we have supported over 27 different programs in September, and which were promoted through print, digital, and targeted communications. The New Rochelle Street Fair was a great success, and thank you to all of the trustees who helped man the table. And Meet the Teachers Nights, 9 different Meet the Teachers Nights, which included elementary and middle schools, and over 600 contacts were made with parents. So it's been a very busy month. There's many more programs I could report on, but those were the highlights. In terms of the BTOP room, it's always busy as usual, and this month was no exception. The Digital Navigator program continues to help individuals deal with a variety of technology needs. The Job Readiness Coach, Rebecca Mason, continues to give assistance to people looking for employment. The New Rochelle Public Library was also, the lobby hosted a variety of community information resources this past month, including the League of Women Voters, Urban Strategies Head Start Program, Family Services of Westchester, and Onward Recoveries. In addition, ESL classes are continuing through the Westchester Community College, as well as ESL conversation sessions on the weekends. And yeah, as always, the library continues to be a great resource for the residents of New Rochelle. It's always busy.
Thank you, Nancy. Finance, Treasury, and Audit Committee, Vera.
There was no meeting the past month, but we will schedule one within the next month.
Okay, thank you. Personnel Committee, there is nothing to report from the Personnel Committee. We will be having a meeting in the coming weeks, and that will be the date and time of that meeting will be made available to the public. Policy Committee. Ola.
Hi, so for the Policy Committee is continuing its dive into and a review of the library's full policies, or the full scope of our policies. We will be scheduling a meeting in the coming weeks, and we will make that information available to the public.
Great, thank you. And Special Projects Committee, Tatiana.
No.
Nothing to report. Great, thank you. At this time, we are opening up the floor to the public for any comments, questions, or discussion. Okay, seeing none, I will make a motion to adjourn this September. No, we're not in September. We're not in September. We are in October. This October 10th meeting of the New Rochelle Public Library Board of Trustees. May I get a second? Second by Tatiana. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Any opposed? Okay, at 7:46, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.